What's up, everybody? It is Matt from ElectricAllWheel, and we have had our XPeak for some time. We've done our accessory mod, suspension seat post, and a nice cruiser saddle. We needed that, and then we got a stem extender on here. We also added the ElectricAllWheel throttle kit, so these new grips, and then the right-hand thumb throttle instead of the horizontal throttle that came with the bike. We have installed our ElectricAllWheel dual battery discharge balance kit, and with the XPeak you are going to need the extra XT60 extension cables. That being said, we wanted to take you guys through some of the different battery variations that you can utilize on this XPeak. So we have the Lectric replacement battery, which is the Haichuang shell. We also have a general down tube Haichuang battery. We are going to use the 10 amp hour battery in a bag. It is sitting right over there. And then we have a Lectric factory battery with, this is a step through battery, and we have the external factory battery adapter from ElectricAllWheel for this, so it can plug straight into XT60. And then we have the bike case bag that we slip it into and then just strap it to the rear rack. That installation can be seen in another video. We just wanted to make you guys aware that that is a possibility. We're going to concentrate right here. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the Tampa Bay area, get in the Facebook group E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with all of your e-bike friends. Here we go. The first thing I'm going to concentrate on is getting this balancer set up and mounted here. I have a bunch of 11-inch zip ties I got from Harbor Freight, I believe, and I'm going to get this mounted here. All right. So this has an extra extension set so that it can reach up to the rear rack, and that is where we had the bike case bag with the factory external battery right there with the ElectricAllWheel external battery adapter. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to disconnect the balancer. And then right now, I'm seeing there's a mounting spot right here for a zip tie. It might be a little difficult, but we're going to try and get in there so it can be a first spot for the cables that we've got run out from our previous install in another video. See how difficult this is. Not terrible. So I was able to get it through the loop. Now I'm going to get the zip ties started. Just a couple clicks, and then I'm going to pull these lines tight. There we go. Now I'm going to take these loose, so I know I have my connections here. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug in my balancer. So there's no real way to mess it up. You just find the plugs that work. Whatever's left over is your second battery. So this is my look right now. I like the fact that there's this loop because that'll keep me from having to wrap the post. So got that. And then the way I stabilize it is I get it right at the wires. I ain't pulling too tight, but I just wanted to be able to stay put. All right. So the first go is our 10 amp hour battery. I haven't really played with this at all, but if we're looking for alternative placement, I think something like this will work. However, it's going to put all the straps flopping this way. So keep that in mind. If these were longer, we could go this way and then strap around the base here and then have it sitting in this manner, or simply you can just have this battery back on the rack. In mind, they do make Velcro extensions. You can do a full strap around this thing, so it is possible to get it in here. Just know you've seen this before. This battery is in most every dual battery video with a 48-volt bike that we have, so you should be good to go. What the factory adapter looks like on a Lectric XP battery, and then you would just plug into the XT60 here, like so. For this though, we are going to attempt to use the body style, the Haichuang battery, and then that means that you will need another mount, and you can get a mount for this battery from ElectricAllWheel. They sell, Lectric sells the battery itself, but they do not sell the plate with it. So you'll need to get that from ElectricAllWheel. We'll leave a link to this in the description below the video. Because there's a third screw hole here, what happens is the metal plate for the mount sticks out just a bit further. You can see how this area is recessed on the back side. So to get past that, we are going to put a link for this mounting adapter in the description below. We're going to mount this on the lower two screws and then put the mount on this adapter so that we can get a good slide on for the battery. The mounting screws that come with the adapter are Phillips head, so. We're going to be taking this back off, but it might be worthwhile for you to get some blue thread sealant for these screws. Get the blue, not the red. There we are. That looks good. I can still get my foot through there. I'm a size 15, so step through, still active, and then we're on. Beautiful. So using this mount, this is how we would also do this Haichuang battery. So if you're thinking, well, I don't want to get electric battery because of the cost, and you find a better Haichuang battery or some other down tube battery, same mounting principle. Now we have the duty of removing this extension cable, which I'm very happy about. So we don't need necessarily the XT60 extensions because of the length of the mounting cable for the batteries. And that will sit here. They do make some like cable TV little stickums with a hook that will hold this down. We use them on Hemingway Zebra, and it was quite a successful endeavor. I'll try and leave a link for those below in the description. We do not have them with us today, but we would do that. Otherwise, we would just strap up this battery either with the big zip tie or some other creative way to get this down. Maybe some heavy duty tape that can be easily removed after the fact. But that is very sturdy. We like it. Now for one of my favorite mounting adaptations are these bike case bottle cage straps, 2-inch straps. They go around 7, so they're very long. Strap diameter for full strap, I believe. They're the extra long for this style of mounting. So for these, when we installed, we had to get some screws that would actually fit. It is suggested that you go get your M5s from Ace or Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you shop for hardware like that. You had to get these screws because the battery needed to slip over the head of the screw, and what comes with the bottle cage mounts is too big. Head like this, and it is too big to slip over. May ask, why would I do this when I have these bottle cage mounts? Well, I would do this because I want to be able to transfer the battery quickly. Once it's on the mount, it's more or less just strapping it. And I make sure that this thing is nice and tight. And there we are. And I feel just as good about this, and I have the ability to quickly remove it if I want to use it elsewhere, and then I just plug it in. Same situation with this wire. Home theater, like tape hooks that hold down wiring. That's what I would go after. And you can see we have the same setup on this Haichuang battery, so it would work in principle just the same way this works, and you don't need the extension set because the connection cable is long enough. Well, there you have it. We have successfully added on the bottle cage mounts a Lectric replacement battery, the Haichuang style. If you want a mount for that, we have them in the ElectricAllWheel store from ElectricAllWheel.com, and then we will leave links below for all of the unique products that were used throughout. The other ElectricAllWheel product, besides the balancer kit that you will find most interesting, is the factory external adapter, where used with the waterproof bike case bag, you can actually slip this in and get it strapped down pretty easily. And then we have the bike case straps, and this is attached to a Haichuang battery, which we know will work with this bike as well. So if you have a down tube battery and you want to use it and you want to make it a quick install and easy removal, then get some of these bike case straps. These are pretty versatile. If you have already installed a second battery for another bike and you have this black back battery, then perhaps get a set of extension cables with the XT60 extension cables and go ahead and mount it right here. If you have the crossbar, it's an easy mount right there, but there's no crossbar here, so we would have to get creative with the Velcro straps to make it work in the frame area. Right now, this is my favorite install. We use the adapter for the bottle cage so that it would sit even on the 3 screw holes of the body of the Lectric. It looks good. Some of you may want to shave this off. I'm not going to do it because we use this adapter across a lot of our bikes, so I like to have it whole just in case I need that length. So really making this bike our own. We have the stem extender, we have the seat, we have the suspension seat post, dual battery, the 40 amp balancer kit, and then we've tested and proven a lot of different battery combinations. So we know it's going to get you that range. You've seen these calculations before, but let me verbally tell you what it is. The amp hours of the factory battery and the amp hours of your extra battery add together, and you multiply those times 48, and those give you watt hours, and then you divide watt hours by 25, which is the Mica toll constant, and that will give you your range at 20 miles an hour throttle only. So let's say this is 15 and 15, so we have 30 amp hours. We would multiply 30 times 48. We'll take those watt hours and we'll divide them by 25, and that will give us the miles. That's how you calculate your range, folks. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the Tampa Bay area, get in the Facebook group, E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Be on the lookout for a few more videos. We do have an ever-growing list of dual battery videos. We just did a Rad Rover 6 Plus. Love that bike. I think it's going to stick around for a while too. And check out ElectricAllWheel.com. We'll talk to you next time.